What's good, guys? Today really is a struggle. I'm hardcore dealing with post-drift event depression. And for any of you guys that have driven at drift events, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the day after driving, everything's sore, your muscles, your arms, and you just wish that you were back in the seat driving again. You know what I mean? It's that feeling of just, I don't know, not being at the track and driving. It's hard to explain, but it's a real issue and a real thing. So today I'm going to show you guys how I deal with post-drift event depression. Yep, let's do it. The first thing you want to do is make sure your car still runs and starts. Now, if you're unlucky and your car doesn't do this, well, I don't know what you're going to do. But yeah, first thing is oh yeah, my car still works. I can, that gives me hope that I can go driving again and get that same feeling I had yesterday and do it all over again. So that's the first part of recovering. The second part is emptying your car and unloading of all the crap from the drift event. And then we're gonna wash the car. So, first things first is I need to move the car away from the fence. Okay, so I'm gonna get some gloves on because I don't want to get my hands cut up with that nasty thing. But it's very important actually that as you remove your tires that you take time to look at your handiwork and how much fun that you had in there and how good your alignment is and you know, your suspension, and just rethink what it felt like when you were destroying these beautiful tires. Sometimes I also like to name them and give them like a little bit of a ceremony and just kind of say goodbye and thank you for all the good times. So yeah, you know, I'm gonna do that and kind of turn the camera off because it's quite an intimate moment. And I'm sure you guys will understand that out of respect and whatnot. So I'm gonna unload these now. I'll put you on the time lapse. Let's go. One thing that I find that really helps with like lifting your spirits up is a pack of haichu. Just go down to your local Japanese convenience store, get yourself a pack and down the whole thing. As you can see, I've kind of already finished off this whole packet. Also, I recommend trying the SAMMIT one-handed open a haichu challenge. It's definitely very, very fun. Once you've done it in your right hand, then try it in your left hand. It's pretty cool. Anyways, now that we've got some haichus in me, I got the energy and the lifted spirits, so we gotta wash this bad girl. I think the saddest thing about it is that it's got more pollen on it than it does rubber and like exhaust smoke. Pollen in Japan is crazy coming into spring and summer. All right, let's put you back on the time lapse and get started. Once you finish washing the car, take a moment to just kind of admire your car and think about how nice it looks clean and everything. You can also ponder about using a chamois and getting all that water off so it doesn't leave water droplet marks and stuff. But then you'll soon come to the conclusion, it's just a daily drifter. Why would I bother to chamois the car? And then you'll feel content and you'll be pretty good. Also make sure that you definitely tire shine your wheels. That'll make you feel like your car's much cleaner than it actually is, and avoid the fact of your most recent drift damage. So you'll just focus on the nice shiny tires and also just admire that your car still has tread on the tires. That's also really important. You know, you can get a bit of fun out of those and stuff like that. And while you're waiting for your car to dry, because I mean, God knows we don't want any of that tire shine to flip up onto the body, you know what I mean? Like that would look real bad. Let's go inside and here's the next most important thing. You want to go inside, go to your favorite YouTuber's page, and what you want to do is just kind of talk in the comment section about how to fix the problems with the drift community in the world. Also make sure that you leave a comment with what you think is the biggest issue with the drifting community wherever you're from. Also, just take a moment to enjoy this man's hair. I mean, it's pretty nice. So now that you're starting to feel better about yourself, jump in your car and go for a drive. In this case, I actually need to go get some gas, so that works out well. But what I'm gonna actually do now is not only get gas, but it's also very important to go look at the next car that like is your dream build, something that you know you want to aspire to. So we're gonna go do that now, but gas first. Let's do that. Just finished gassing up. Now let's go look at my my next dream project car. I'm actually pretty keen because it's been a while since I've looked at it. There she is, boys. Still sitting there. Got my letter on the back still unopened. Damn it! You guys haven't been praying enough, have you? like seriously, get out on your knees and start praying to the car gods, because we need the owner to find that letter and then give me the car for an amazing price, and then we can fix it and do rotary content. Although probably right now I need to focus on the S15. But still, it still would be nice to kind of know what's going on with that. I obviously know it's been sitting there for a long time, so the owner probably, it's either been dumped or the owner just doesn't care, or it's like it's in a relative's kind of storage yard and the owner rarely sees it. But hopefully anytime this year, fingers crossed, the owner sees it and we can get that RX-7 and save it, because I'd love to do that. There are other ways that we can go about getting the car and taking it. Like you can go to the police station, fill out some paperwork with the person who owns the land, get their permission, and then you can just take the car. But what that means is you no longer have shukken paperwork, and the car can never be road registered in Japan if you do that. And that defeats the purpose of me getting an RX-7, because I'd love it to be shukken, have road registration, be able to drive it on the streets here in the mountains and stuff like that. So yeah, there's no point in me doing that. Sure, I'd get a free car, but it's only good for scrapping, getting parts off and stuff like that, and I don't want to do that. So anyways, next step of recovering from post-drift event depression is a nice coffee from Starbucks. So let's go to Starbucks. Also, make sure you do a few pulls in your car, because that's just amazing. Woo! Oh yes, it's that time. It's that time. Starbucks drive-through. Let's go. Get myself my favorite hookup. You know what? I don't feel like a hot coffee, so we're definitely getting a cold one today. Caramel macchiato, boys. Hi. Arigatou gozaimasu. You know what? You could probably just skip everything else that I've done in this video and just go get a Starbucks coffee and you'll feel better, because, well, 9 times out of 10 it's just because you've got a lack of energy or you're just dehydrated. So that's another thing that I'd like to bring up. Make sure that you drink lots of fluids when you're at a drift event, because if you wake up the next day and you actually feel like you got a hangover, which by the way totally is a thing because you've just completely exerted yourself and spent a whole bunch of energy in one day, having a lot of fun, lots of adrenaline, it is a real thing. But I wouldn't call it depression. I'd probably call it more of a hangover. In fact, the more and more that I filmed this video, the more and more I kind of like, I don't know, I just kind of enjoyed the fun of it. But I also just want to touch on note as well, like for anyone out there that does deal with real depression and things like that, definitely go seek help. It's okay to not be okay. Me, myself, I personally dealt with a lot of depression when I was going through school and things like that, and it was very hard, and I didn't think that I had anyone to talk to about it actually. So, you know, as I got older, things got worse and worse, and eventually, two-way diff life. Eventually, I ended up, asking for help from friends and family and things like that, and kind of all sorted it out in the end, I guess. I mean, look at me now, right? But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that as well, because I'm not making fun whatsoever of depression at all. I'm just trying to, this is a real thing that everyone feels after a drift event, and I kind of wanted to make a video and show you guys how I deal with it in a way. But yeah, once again, guys, if you do suffer from any depression whatsoever, I just want to say it's okay to not be okay. Everyone goes through some form at some point in their life, but definitely be vocal about it. I think that's the number one thing that I want to encourage you all with. Be vocal about it. It's okay to ask for help, and definitely, yeah, I guess that's it. I'm back home now, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It's definitely different to the normal content that I make, but I kind of just wanted to talk about something that I think everyone feels. Someone who enjoys cars, goes to a drift event or a group event, any really event that you really enjoy. Like, doesn't matter if it's cars, if it's snowboarding, if it's even like ice hockey, or, you know what I mean? I know I just kind of like listed everything I do, but I'm just saying, like, in general, those hobbies and those things that you really love doing, even just going on a holiday and then coming back to work, having to get back into routine, you know what I mean? Like, it's always a struggle. So I kind of wanted to just show you guys that, like, I'm a normal person and I deal with these things as well, but I also thought it was a good opportunity to kind of bring up the whole thing with, depression and things like that, because I think a lot of times that's not a topic that people like talk about much. So yeah, and coming from my experience, I definitely suffered with it a lot in my younger years. So I really kind of wanted to bring it up, and I thought that was a really good way and kind of creative way to bring it up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comment section what you guys do to recover from post-drift event depression, or just in general post-drift event hangovers, I prefer to call them. And yeah, maybe if you got any other experiences and tips and things like that, just with depression in general, maybe put those in the comment section too. I'd love to start a conversation about that. Also, just so everyone's clear, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are super sensitive and silly, everything was kind of like a troll when I was typing comments and things like that on that video. And also thank you very much, Jacob Peck, for your amazing video. It was just perfect timing when his video came out about problems with competition drifting in Australia, so I kind of thought I'd throw it in there. Also, if you don't follow Jacob Peck on YouTube, definitely check him out. He's a rad dude, and I mean, even if you don't really like his content, I think you could probably just stare at him non-stop because of those amazing locks of hair. And with that, I'm going to leave you with that. Thanks heaps for watching, guys. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Ja mata ne.